Hey guys, what is going on? My name is NoahJ456, and before we get into today's video, we have a little bit of a treat for you guys. So today's video is sponsored by Universal Pictures and the release of Mortal Engines. Now, Mortal Engines is a brand new epic adventure film coming out on December 14th about gigantic moving cities on wheels that ruthlessly prey upon smaller attraction towns. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer.
From the filmmakers of The Lord of the Rings comes a vision of our future.
After the war, resources ran out. Cities were put on wheels. Earth became a hunting ground.
We have to stop London before it destroys us.
You wanna die?
I'm gonna live.
Do it!
Mortal Engines. See it in IMAX. Rated PG-13.
We're going to talk about it more a little bit later, but let's go ahead and get into the video. So tomorrow is a very, very exciting day for zombies because basically I've been hearing whispers, it's in the rumor mill, and there's been a lot of talk that tomorrow is the day that DLC 1 is finally going to be revealed. Now, not only that, I honestly and truly believe tomorrow is the day that Treyarch just goes ahead and just drops all of the stuff that they have been working on for the past however long it's been since the game's been out. How long has it been? What are we at now? Are we at 2 months? Almost 2 months since the game has been out. So here are the different things that I've heard whispers of and have a very, very strong possibility for DLC 1. This is minus the leaks that we're going to talk about in just a second for DLC 1 because we do have DLC 1 leaks I want to talk about. But here are the things I've heard whispers of. We've got basically the trailer and basically like this is what the next map is going to be, the reveal of it. Obviously this is going to have like the big hype trailer with the big climax at the end with like like a werewolf coming out. We'll talk about that in just a second. Something along those lines would probably be the trailer, and then we're going to get the trailer description and yada yada yada. Obviously that's DLC 1. However, in addition, the possibility is that we get either a release, which would be obviously very, very preferable, but I don't think that is going to happen. But the other news is a possibility of basically a release date or a final like, hey, this is when this is going to come out. For factions, callings, basically everything that has been put off to kind of like sit on the sidelines while Treyarch fixes the game. And they've honestly, in my opinion, and from my experiences, ironed out most of the bugs that people experience daily, and now they are able to finally release the stuff that they have worked on and improved and basically finished up for the game since the very, very beginning. Now, if you remember the video that we made last week, I hope that they also released the third thing that we have never heard of before that we talked about, which is the trials. This is basically like a Dark Ops card is completing trial number 1 on all 3 of the maps. This is what I am hoping is going to be kind of the weekly rotation of very hard challenges for the maps, such as you have to beat the Easter egg on realistic mode, you have to get to round 50 on Margwa's only, not Margwa's, yeah, or Blightfather's only, something like that. Basically utilizing the custom mutations to do trials in each of the maps that is challenging but also fun to do, and basically something you can come back to every single week and actually do a challenge for and try to get to the completion point of that. So I'm hoping that is also revealed tomorrow. Now let's talk about everyone's favorite thing, the QA tester leaks and what he basically had to say about DLC 1, because you guys have all seen it at this point, and we're gonna go ahead and read through exactly what he said and what from that we can kind of expect to see tomorrow. So the first thing he said is that DLC 1 is a prequel to the Chaos storyline with 4 new characters, and in addition there is possibility of it being a celebrity cast. Obviously it's not going to be our 4 characters that we started with in 9 and Voyage of Despair. This is going to happen beforehand, and in my opinion is going to be the backstory essentially to what these characters did with Scarlett's father Alistair, and basically learning more what is happening with the Chaos storyline. And I think that is going to be the general focus of the DLC season. And then hopefully my personal hope is that in between the Chaos story kind of season pass, we also have the Ether story kind of thrown in with that. I basically in his in the leaks, he said that there is 100% going to be more Ether Story maps. It's just not known when they're going to come out. He hasn't started testing them or anything like that. So it's a possibility that number 1, they could kind of release in between during the Black Ops Pass, getting the 4 DLC maps that were promised, of course, 5 with classified, and then it could be like a Zombies Chronicle-like thing where the DLC season continues into the next year, and then you buy another $50 pass and you get 4 more maps or something like that, or maybe each map is released for $10 or $15 separately. Not sure what the DLC system is going to be, but I believe that is going to be kind of the model of the DLC season. So real quick, before we go any farther, once again, huge shout out right here. You can see it right here in the undercarriage to Mortal Engines, coming out December 14th. Make sure you get your tickets and everything like that, because literally filmmakers from Lord of the Rings, I mean, pretty self-explanatory. Huge cities eating smaller cities that have eaten smaller cities, all just on the great hunting ground of Europe. Like, literally, this movie is going to be absolutely incredible. Absolutely loved reading about it in the universe it created, so I can't wait to see it on film, especially with so many cool people behind the scenes on this, making this into what it is. So make sure you get your tickets December 14th once again. Now, I want to know what you all think the DLC 1 reveal is going to be like, if you guys are going to be hyped up for it, if you wish it was Ether, if you're happy with it being Chaos. Personally, for me, I just want fun maps and I want features to play on those maps. It doesn't matter to me too much in terms of actual gameplay, whether it's Chaos or whether it's Ether. I really love playing 9, and that's a Chaos map. That's my favorite map from BO4's launch, and I absolutely love playing that. It doesn't really matter. Obviously, the storyline, I prefer Ether. I think pretty much everyone does, because Chaos is so brand new. It's just a little baby. This is like, the Ether story is some weird, mangled, messed up, grown adult. This is just our little baby Chaos story over here. So obviously we like adding to the mangled, grown up adult storyline, but obviously it's going to take some time to grow this one. Either way, the possibility that they don't release the additional stuff, being the callings, the trials, the factions, everything like that, I think is going to be a pretty negative thing, just because it's kind of been an expectation at this point that we're really just waiting for them to implement it into the game. And if they announce DLC 1 without basically saying, hey, here are the stuff that we talked about from launch and here are the things that we want to give you, I think it's going to be received pretty poorly. I've had a lot of fun with the game, and I've found different ways to have fun with it, whether it be 1v1ing with subscribers, doing a weird high round challenges with custom mutations, whether it be basically just playing the Easter eggs as speed runs rather than just playing normally, doing it solo. We did a charity stream to raise a couple $1,000s for charity. That was absolutely incredible. I just really want the game and the community as a whole to kind of be back around the game and everybody just talking about what their favorite maps are, what the favorite wonder weapons are. I want the community to kind of be together and be able to be whole again, and not just have different factions of, like, basically JC doesn't want to be negative, but he just wants to offer constructive criticism, and then other YouTubers are just being negative about the game, and then people are mad at them for being negative, and other people are saying, hey, but yeah, nothing's gonna get changed with that. I just want the community to be back and just as a whole again, and the biggest debates being whether or not this is a good wonder weapon, and you know what I mean? I want the magic to be back in the zombies community, because I love this community, I love this game, and I think things that it needs to bring it back together will hopefully come with DLC 1. So let me know what your thoughts are about this. This is me just rambling about the game because I love talking about it. I'm passionate about it. I've been doing this for years and years and years, and I really want it to succeed, not only just on YouTube, but just as a player and as a fan of the game. So I'm really hoping this is the turning point, man. This could very possibly be the point in BO4 Zombies where everyone went, wow, yeah, that was the moment right there. So I'm optimistic, I'm happy, I'm ready, I'm excited to see what DLC 1 looks like, because regardless of the rest of the game, DLCs are always extremely exciting, and solving the Easter egg hunts are literally my bread and butter. That's what I love doing, and Easter egg hunting is my thing. So super excited, and I want to know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So once again, thank you so much to Mortal Engines for sponsoring this video. December 14th is the date. Make sure you write it on your forehead, staple it to your hand, whatever you got to do to remember. December 14th is the date. It basically takes place a couple hundred years after humanity and civilization has broken down. Everybody lives on these gigantic moving cities. People who live in London have never set foot on bare earth before. It's absolutely wild. Let's watch the trailer one more time and close out the video.
From the filmmakers of The Lord of the Rings comes a vision of our future.
After the war, resources ran out. Cities were put on wheels. Earth became a hunting ground.
We have to stop London before it destroys us.
You wanna die?
I'm gonna live.
Do it!
Mortal Engines. See it in IMAX. Rated PG-13.
So there you have it, guys. Make sure you check out the movie when it comes out on December 14th. I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like, all that good stuff as per the usual if you did enjoy. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for that DLC 1. Bye-bye.